All right, it is Monday, March 9th. Man, it is dark outside. I leave at the same time every morning, and obviously it's a pretty big difference from when I left last week. With the time change, I don't know why we do this. It's, I think we could just leave at the same time, but hey, you know what? I don't want to get too stressed out about it. Anyway, there's a lot of distractions going on in this world, so yeah, this is kind of your daily take to hopefully get right, get your vibes up a little bit. I was just kind of reading a little bit last night, and it was just talking about how it was Napoleon Hill, and he was talking about how the devil uses bribes to basically to get you to drift off your path, off your purpose, and your vision. And when you think about it, it's it's definitely true. I mean, if you want to be if you want to be successful, you want to be your best self. I mean, I guess you can be successful without being your best self. Some people are really good at it. For me, I don't think that's my path. Like for me, I think that if I'm going to be successful in this world, I have to be my best self. Like I just have to be. It's anytime that I've strayed, anytime that I've let desire or my consumption or whatever kind of get the best of me, it never ends well. Addiction always takes me down eventually. It can be fun for a moment, it can be fun for a few weeks, maybe even a month, but it'll take me down eventually. And I think that for most of us, that's probably the case. Maybe for some very super talented psychopath type people, I don't want to call people psychopaths, but that it's not the case. But it certainly has a lot of truth into it. And if you I mean, and when I say that, those distractions and what the devil uses, those bribes that Napoleon Hill mentioned, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. You know what I mean? Everyone is a little bit different, but I mean, I think that sex is a big one, especially for men. Money, greed is another big one. I think distraction, like soothing, self pleasure, soothing things like TV, entertainment, sports, video games, uh, consumerism is a big one. You know what I mean? Those are all big ones. Really, anything that kind of just gives you that short term dopamine rush that doesn't have any type of long term benefit. And think about that long term benefit. I mean, that's really what anyone should focus on. And it's so hard to do. It's so hard to kind of it's like we're programmed to just think about the short term and to feel good about yourself, no matter what reality says or no matter what your reality is. It's like we're designed and programmed to just always feel good. You do you, like if you need to go do some drugs to feel better, do drugs. It's I feel like we're not seeking enlightenment anymore. We're not seeking service. We're not seeking spirituality. And I don't know, maybe that's showing up in the world, at the world stage right now, just with the war and everything. But man, I'm afraid. I'm afraid for a lot of people because now the price of oil is jumping. That means unemployment's going to jump eventually because, and then you're going to get in this inflationary environment. Not to get too economic on it, but like you're going to get this inflationary environment. The Fed can't cut rates at that point, and to basically stimulate the economy. That's their only play, and they're going to have to continue to print money, which is going to just add to the inflation. Not to mention we have already all this debt. I don't know. We definitely are living in strange times. We're living in times where it's very easy to get kind of consumed by the doom and gloom because when you think long, I mean, and it's funny. I'm suggesting think long term. Do actions right now that really benefit yourself in the future. Make those sacrifices in the present for your future self. But then when you look around, you don't see our leaders doing that. You don't see our country doing that. Unfortunately. I mean, yeah, there's certain leaders or certain parts of our country, certain ways that we are, but I mean, you gotta find the exceptions, and it just seems like, yeah, it's not the rule. And I don't know if this is all a distraction to keep away from the Epstein files or what, but I know I'm getting all conspiratorial, but it doesn't matter. Like, I feel like some of these things do need to be talked about. I'm going down so many different rabbit holes. um, I should just say, stay positive out there. You know, elevate yourself consciously and spiritually. And I gotta believe that if we do all enough of us do it on the individual level, collectively, it'll make a difference. Collectively, there will be some people on the sidelines. There'll be some people that have that information, that are in those dark circles, that maybe have, you know, influence over them or control over them through bribes or blackmail or whatever. They're gonna just say, you know what, screw it. I want to be on the right side of history. I don't care if this incriminates myself. I have to expose this. I mean, because really, that's really what's going to come down to. If no one is willing to expose it and sacrifice themselves for it, I mean, if you think about all the great spiritual leaders, that's what they do. If you want to be, they sacrifice, you know. And then I'd look at myself and I'm like, can I sacrifice some time to work on myself, like work on reading and writing and trying to elevate my consciousness instead of just playing a video game or watching TV or watching sports? I mean, I'm definitely a hypocrite for sure. I could be doing a lot better. I know I could be. Anyway, I'll leave it there. This is a strange one, a strange video, because I think it's just a lot going on in the world. It speaks to just how much, maybe it speaks to how crazy I am, but it speaks to just the craziness of our reality right now. You know, there's so much, but at the end of the day, like no matter what's going around me and around the world, I want to talk about positivity. I want to talk about getting better. I want to talk about achieving meaning and, you know, finding ways to just perspectives and look at the bright side of things. It's hard to do sometimes, but I choose to do that. I choose to have faith in us, in life, in this world, in God. I choose to have faith that we're going to be led in the right direction when it matters most. But I do feel for human life right now, because when there's a war like this, when there's going to be this much strain on the economy, that means there's going to be a lot of suffering. That means there's going to be a lot of just, you know, death. You know, death that did not need to happen. And there's just not enough care for our fellow man, a fellow life, living beings out there. So let's try to raise that consciousness and pray for a better time for us and for our kids and for the future. All right, I'll leave it there. As always, many blessings, much love out there.